What's up, Fitted Squad? This is Brad, aka 2Fitted, coming to you with another quick video. And today, I'm just going to go over those questions that I asked last week, just for my third Q&A. This one is a little bit late because I wanted to do one every month, but as you know, we're not in the third month anymore. So, yeah, this one is a bit late. I'm not sure if I'm still going to do one every month, or keep going to how it's going to go, but it just depends on what you all think about it. But also, I want to apologize for not having a video last week. Just kind of took a little break. No real particular reason. Just had a few video ideas I wanted to do, and some of them it didn't really work out. Like I started a couple videos and it just didn't work out. So rather than just put something random out, I just figured just wait till this week and start off fresh. So here we go. Alright, now, the first question that I was asked, first question I was asked was deleted, so I don't think they really wanted to ask that question, but the first one that was still posted was from Black Rue, a poster channel. I believe she has a YouTube as well, and Instagram. I'll post that information here. Basically, she asked, what made me decide to start YouTube? And this one, I went over a few times before, but basically, the short end of it is, well, maybe not too short, but basically what happened was, back when I was in Arizona a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago, I had a friend who was watching a lot of YouTube, and he had a bunch of people doing daily vlogs, and I was just kind of around seeing it, and I noticed I couldn't stop watching it, and then I used to always think it'll be pretty cool to do that, and but I just figured you needed money and time and all this stuff I felt like I didn't have to do it, and so I kind of just had it in the back of my mind. And then fast forward a few years, I get to Maryland, and then I see some people doing it with cars, and I was just really getting heavy into cars at that time, and I saw a bunch of people, and I actually ran into Keon Mr. Rockoff Johnson. I'll throw his channel information here too, but basically I saw him doing it, and he was just starting out, or his channel was pretty new. So I was like, I saw him, he was a local person, I met him in person, and just kind of talked to him. And then we had Ryan from Because Daddy. He also, he was kind of starting out when I found him, and he kind of gave some words of encouragement, and just say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it, and just went ahead and did it. The main focus originally was going to be the hats and cars together. Now I see that the cars kind of was the key factor for everything, so I kind of pushed cars more. But I'm definitely interested in still doing more hat content. But yeah, that's kind of what really got me into doing YouTube. And the next question from Aaron Roberts, he asks, why did I choose Ultima? Well, the reason I chose Ultima was originally I was going to go with the Maxima because my homie T, he also has a channel, technically T, so check him out, throw a link here. Basically, he had a Maxima since we were in high school, and I remember when he first got it, and I thought it was pretty cool, pretty dope looking car, and I didn't think too much about it at that time, just like, oh, it's a cool car. And then later on when he started modding it, I started seeing the potential. I was like, oh, that really is really dope. And then he upgraded to a 7th gen Maxima, and I was like, okay, there must be something to this brand. And I had a Sentra by then, by the time he had that. A couple Sentras, actually, the first 2 different generations. And I did like Nissan, so I was like, okay, I had an Impala, and it was totaled. Somebody hit me, so I was like, okay, well, what's my next move going to be? So I started looking at Maximas, but the price that I was ready to pay at that time, because and my wife was just about to get married. I think we just got engaged, and we were going to get her a new car because we were sharing a car. And I figured instead of just paying enough to get that one car, just make it where I get me a car, she get a car. And so I started looking at the Ultimas because the price was a lot cheaper than the Maxima. And so kind of looked at that. Then I saw the homie Mike and VJ. They both, I found them on Instagram just by looking up Ultimas, and saw that they both had some pretty cool modded Ultimas. And so that kind of led me to the whole group seeing the potential what the car had, and it was cheaper, so I was like, alright, let's go with that. And then I got the second one because I love the first one so much, and I just liked the whole experience, and the offer that they gave me was just crazy because I was close to getting the maximum, but that price they gave me, it was half. It was maybe a little more than half of the maximum, so I was like, I can't pass that up, so I went with another Ultima. Alright, and homie asks, do I spend nearly as much on hats as I do my car mods? Now this one, a lot of people may have said this will be a no-brainer. The car mods will win hands down. But it's not true. I actually spent more on my hats than I have on car mods. Main reason is I've been collecting hats for almost half my life. I think in a year or two it'll be half my life I've been collecting hats. So yeah, I probably spent over $3,000 on hats, just as many as I have. I mean, I'm over 85 that I still own. There's quite a few that I don't own any longer. And the majority of the hats cost about $30, but I do have a bunch that are 55 or 60 and a couple that are like 75. So yeah, the hats definitely added up. With the mods, I don't have too many mods. The wheels, got my rims, they were $1,000 when I got them because they were used, and then for that I also had bought new tires, so that was about $400. And then my coilovers, I lucked out, got them for $250, had them rebuilt, it was another $100, so $350. And just small little things here and there. I spent probably $1,800 on mods so far. That's about it. If we add the other car, it's probably $2,300. So cars, I've only been doing it for about 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years. So cars, I'm sure it's gonna pass the hats, but especially because I haven't been buying hats for myself much lately. But hey, who knows when that's gonna happen. I do have some plans for some mods for the car, but they're not gonna cost that much, so it's not gonna add too much. A few that I do have that will cost a lot, I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. But I'm sure the car mods are going to add up and pass the hats soon. Alright, and then homie Moss asks, when are we gonna show my Porsches and the nothing? Alright, so a little background on this one. A few years ago now, I believe, or maybe a year and some change, I actually got one of those camera tickets in the mail from like New Jersey or something, saying that I had a toll violation from a Porsche, which I never owned a Porsche, but it had a picture of the car and everything, and the tag number was for my old Impala, which I hadn't had any longer either. But turns out the tag number and what was on the actual Porsche wasn't even close, didn't even match. I ended up calling them, and they before, just as I started to explain it, she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We see it's wrong tags," and she closed it without me having to really say anything. But yeah, that's where the Porsche story comes in. And as far as the nothing, that comes from all the group buys that we were a part of, where we had people putting in money for products that either never materialized or somebody ran off with the money or something crazy always happening. And so we joked around saying we were going to come up with our own product, and it was called the Nothing. And it's like, we're not going to lie to you, straight up, it's the Nothing. You get nothing. You get a box with nothing in it. And but on that note, I do want to show you, Moss, we do have a secret prototype that came in today for the Nothing. It's actually for the Nothing Portable. Now this one, we haven't even really talked about pre-orders yet. But here, a sneak peek of the Nothing Portable. Make sure, get your pre-order in as soon as they go live. Alright, and I've had a bunch of people ask me for another, just a bunch of, I mean, it's been over a couple months now. People hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, some in person at meets, whatever, just asking what happened to the hat content and what happened to the giveaways. So I kind of want to touch on that. I've been wanting to do a video on that for a little while, but didn't really know when, but I figured I'd talk about it now. Basically, for the hat content, I finally got to a point where I feel like I'm not going to keep pushing these hat companies Like, I'm not gonna keep saying, oh, I got it from here, I'm doing this and doing that. I'm not gonna keep pushing their videos, because I mean, it's not sponsored. None of it's sponsored. I kind of wanted to just get my name out there, and so they are familiar with me and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. But for me to start really pushing them again, I'm probably gonna want to get sponsored by them or something along those lines. But this was kind of like a little trial run for the hat stuff. I might still do hat videos, but I might not be like, oh, I got it from this place and you should check them out and all that. I might just like, all right, this is the hat that I picked up, and just show you the hat. When it comes to hats though, I'm always gonna say New Era, even if they don't sponsor me. That's just how it is. Definitely like the brand. But other than that, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be saying these individual stores any longer. I will still have links in the description for superhero stuff, but that's only because they have a affiliate program that I'm signed up with. So I will have that if it's pertaining to the hat that I'm wearing. But I probably won't be just saying stuff on video any longer about them. And the last question I got is, am I going to get the new Ultima? Currently, there are no plans to get the new Ultima, but I will admit that it's been growing on me a lot more since I made my last video talking about the Ultima. I'm at this point where I'm like, I kind of want one, but I'm definitely not in a position where I can get me one, or I really try hard to get one. If something happens to my current car, maybe, depending on numbers here and there, I don't know. My wife does we're gonna upgrade her car here in a little while, maybe within the next year or two. So I don't know if how she feels about it. She still hasn't really said yet. She's like, we'll see. And so it depends. If we get one, then it'll probably be her car, unless something happens to my car. But I mean, who knows? We'll definitely take a look at that and address that when we can. Oh, also another one. I do remember what that first question was that was deleted. I'll go ahead and answer because it was a good question. It was from Keon, Mr. Rockoff Johnson. He did ask what was the plan with a project car. The project car, it's currently on hold. That's just because we are possibly going to be moving. We don't know what we're going to do just yet. It'll still be in the same area. It's just kind of a new place for here and there. Not 100% sure on that just yet, but we're kind of saving up just in case we do decide to move here. So I still want to do a project car. However, it depends on where we move and if we move. If I'm going to be getting a legit project car, or if I'm going to be getting another daily so I can put less miles on the Ultima and actually turn the Ultima into a show car. Definitely let me know what you think about that. If I should do project or show car, or just how you feel about that. I plan to do both, but I will have to do one before the other, of course. So let me know which one you'll be more interested in seeing first, project car or Ultima show car. Definitely let me know what you think about that. But yeah, that's been my third Q&A. I'd like to thank you all for participating, for watching. Yeah, if you would like to see more, definitely leave a thumbs up below. If there's any type of videos, anything else you would like to see, definitely let me know as well. I do plan on doing something a little different, and doing my top 5 8th Gen Maxima video. I plan to do that here pretty soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you all once again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Peace.